Hello, dear students. How are you? I wish you all are fine at your home. Dear students, now your summer vacations are over. So, let's come in the mood of the study. And now start our first chapter of chemistry, that is some basic concepts of chemistry with full energy, full enthusiasm and full concentration. Okay students, so first I will tell you what you have to study in this chapter. Okay, so let's see here. Firstly, we have to study the importance and scope of chemistry. Means, first, what is chemistry and what are the scope of chemistry. Secondly, laws of chemical combination. Students, in this chapter, you have to study the laws of chemical combination such as law of conservation of mass, law of definite proportion, law of multiple proportion, law of reciprocal proportion, Gay-Lussac law of gaseous volumes. Okay, their statements, explanation and their numericals. Okay, and the third, you have to study dimensional analysis. Means what is conversion of units, numericals and application of units. Okay, now the next, precision and accuracy. It means quantities and their measurement in chemistry, significant figures and their SI units. Now the next you have to study, that is mole concept. What is in mole concept means Avogadro number and gram molecular mass and relative molecular mass and numerical problems. Okay, and next empirical and molecular formula. You have to solve the numerical problems based on that formulas. Okay, and chemical equivalence, volumetric calculation in terms of normality. Okay, and the last is chemical reactions, stoichiometric calculations based on mass volume. Actually, you have to study three types of numericals, three types of problems based on mass volume and volume relationship. Means mass and volume relationship. Okay student, so let's start with the first topic, that is importance and scope of the chemistry. Okay friends, our first topic is scope of chemistry. What is the scope of chemistry? Before going to the scope of chemistry, students, now we have to understand what is chemistry. Actually student, chemistry is the branch of science which deals with the study of composition, properties and structure of matter and changes which the matter undergoes under different conditions and the laws which govern these changes. It means in the branch of science in which we study the structure, composition and what changes occurs and what laws are responsible for these changes, all these things we will study in the chemistry. Okay students, now what is the scope of chemistry? In which field chemistry is used? Actually students, chemistry plays an important role in every aspects of life. Some important applications of chemistry are as number first, supply of food. Student, chemistry is playing an active role in providing food to the fast increasing population of the world. Moreover, with increase in the life standard, there has been increase in quality and velocity of food. How? You can see students, if we have a knowledge of chemistry, that it helps to check the presence of adulterants, thereby ensuring the supply of pure food stuff. Adulterants means impurities in the food stuff. If we know what are the impurities, what are the chemical formulas of these impurities, then we identify these adulterants in the food stuff. Second, if we talk about the food preservatives such as sodium benzoate and sodium metabosulfite, they have developed to preserve the food products like jam and other things for the longer periods. It means if we have the knowledge of these food preservatives, then we can preserve our food for a long time. Okay, students. Now, the second is contribution to the health and sanitization. How chemistry is helpful in providing the better health and sanitization. Actually, students, discovery of anesthesia and antiseptic have made the serious operation possible. When the antiseptics and anesthesia was not discovered, that time operations are very dangerous. But nowadays it is very easy. Okay, and like that, psychochemicals such as respirin, actually these are used in the mental problems. If there is a mental patients, then we can use these type of psychochemicals. Okay, so like that, many applications are there. And the third is clothing. Students, you know that we all know that now, due to the pain string researches of the chemist, we have new fabrics such as rayon, nylon, Dacron and Orion. Actually, these fibers are more lustrous, comfortable and durable than natural fibers such as cotton and silk. Okay, now the next is saving the environment. How our environment is saved by the chemistry. Actually, students, you listen a term, a chemical, that is CFCs, chlorofluorocarbon. Actually, chlorofluorocarbon are responsible for the ozone depletion in the stratosphere. So, if we have the knowledge of chemistry, then it has developed in the synthesis of safer alternatives to these hazardous chemicals. Okay, now the next is in the field of entertainment. How in the field of entertainment chemistry is useful? Actually, students, there are many entertainment things such as gramophone records, cassettes, photographic films. In all these, chemistry or chemicals are used. So, chemistry is very helpful. And the next is chemistry in war. How chemistry is useful in the war. Actually, students, there are many explosives such as TNT, trinitrotoluene, RDX, like poisonous gases like phosgene and levisite, bombs. Actually, these modern weapons of human destruction like missiles, atom bomb, hydrogen bomb are due to joint effort of chemistry and physicists. So, these are all developed by the help of chemistry. So, these are the field in which we have the scope in chemistry. And so, students, next and last is application in industries. What is the application in industries? Students, chemistry plays an important role in industries. How? Actually, a large number of industries such as manufacture of cement, glass, paper, sugar, plastic, synthetic fibers, paint, varnishes, etc. are based on chemical process. So, chemistry also helped in the synthesis of new material, have specific magnetic, electric and optical properties. And by the help of this, there is a production of polymers, optical fibers, microalloys, carbon fibers, etc. Okay, so students, these are the scope of the chemistry. Now, moving forward. Students, our next topic is matter. What is matter? Anything which occupies space and have mass is known as matter. Actually, students, the entire universe is made up of matter and energy. The presence of matter can be felt by one or more of our senses. Everything around us, for example, book, pan, table, sugar cubes, iron rods, water, air, are composed of matter because they have mass and they occupy space. Okay, students? Now you know very well that matter can be divided into two types, that is physical classification and chemical classification. Physically, matter can be divided into three types. What are these? Liquid, solid and gases. And chemically, it is pure substance or mixture, and pure substance further distributed or classified into elements and compounds. Mixture may be homogeneous, heterogeneous, and compound may be inorganic compound or organic compound. All these you had studied in the 9th and 10th class. Now move next. Actually, students, there are two type of properties: physical properties and chemical properties. Now, what are physical properties and what are chemical properties? Students, if we talk about physical and chemical properties, then physical properties are those properties which can be measured or observed without change the identifier composition of the substance. It means when we want to measure the physical properties, then there will be no change in the composition of the substance, such as, what are the example? Color, odor, melting point, boiling point, mass, volume, density, etc. If we want to calculate or if we want to identify the color of any substances, then there will be no change in the composition of that substances. If we want to smell any substances, then there will be no change in the composition of this substance. So physical properties are those properties which can be measured or observed without changing the chemical composition of the substance. But on the other hand, what are the chemical properties? Chemical properties are those properties in which a chemical change in the substance take place. It means when we want to measure these properties, then there will be a slightly change in the composition of that particular substance, such as acidity, basicity, combustion, etc. are the chemical properties, because in all these there will be a reaction, so their composition may be changed. I think it is clear to all of you what is physical properties and what are chemical properties. Okay, students, one more thing, that when we measure the many physical properties of matter such as mass, volume, temperature, pressure, density, all these are quantitative in nature. It means these properties are also called physical quantities. Actually, students, there are two methods in which physical quantities can be expressed. What are these? See here. So students, expressing the physical quantities. Physical quantities can be expressed in two parts: numerical value and unit. Now, what is physical quantity? Actually, students, we can say that the quantity that which can be measured. The quantity which can be measured is known as physical quantity. Okay, it can be expressed in two ways: numerical values and units. It has two parts: numerical value and units. How? See an example. If I say that the weight of a box is 5700 gram or 5.7 kg. Then student, the simple numerical figure is, what is the numerical figure in this? It is only 5700 or 5.7. Yes, numerical in this numerical value is 5700 or 5.7. Okay students, so does 5700 5.7 does not convey any meaningful information. Thus it is essential to include an unit, that is gram and kilogram or maybe other. So it is essential to include units with every experimental value or numerical value. So this type of measurement is known as unit. So we can say that what is unit? What is the standard? What is unit? The standard reference. The standard reference chosen to measure. Chosen to measure any physical quantity is known as unit. Again listen, the standard reference chosen to measure any physical quantity is known as unit. So a physical quantities is composed by two parts, that is numerical value and unit. Both are very important because without unit and numerical value has no significant meaning, and single unit has no numerical value. Okay students, naturally we must have a convenient system of units for assigning numerical values to measured or calculated value. Fortunately, it turns out that is sufficient to define some basic unit such as unit of mass, length and time. Okay students, if we talk about unit, then unit are of two types, basic unit and derived unit. What are basic unit and what are derived unit? Actually these units are independent units and cannot be derived from any other unit. So these are called basic unit or fundamental unit. But what are derived unit? The units from other quantities can be derived from these basic unit. So these are called derived unit. These units we will study in our next class. Okay students, so I am telling you that please study these topics from your book again, and if you feel any problem, any discomfort, then contact to me. Okay students, thank you.